Hello friends, in previous class we have started electrical quantities and also discuss about electrical current. In today's class we are going to learn electrical resistance. In this we are going to discuss what is electrical resistance, what is a resistor, why does electrical circuit need resistance and factors affecting resistance. So to understand electrical resistance we have to go inside a conductor. A conductor is nothing but a metal wire, okay, and we know that metal wire consists of number of free electrons. These free electrons moves when a potential difference is applied across the end of a conductor, and this constitute an electric current, okay. But the journey of electrons from one terminal to another terminal is not a direct route, rather it is a zigzag path, okay. Now why it's a zigzag path, I'll tell you. See, these electrons when move from one terminal to another terminal collide with atoms, because we know that conductor also consists of atoms. So this collision with the atoms gives rise to opposition to the flow of electrons and therefore to the electric current. This opposition to the electric current through a conductor is called as electrical resistance. We know the meaning of word resistance, right? Resistance means, in simple language, it is opposition. So as it opposes electric current and therefore it is called as electrical resistance. It is due to the collision with the atoms which electrons have, okay. These electrons while moving through a conductor collides with the atom which gives rise to electrical resistance. Our next point is, what is a resistor? See, a resistor is an electrical component which is used in electric circuit. Okay, and resistance is the ability of resistor to resist a current, to oppose the flow of current. This ohm is the unit for resistor and this is the symbol of component resistor, and it is denoted by a Greek letter omega. So now I hope you understood the difference between a resistor and resistance. Resistance is the property of resistor, okay, and resistor is an electric component which is used in the electric circuit. This is also a symbol used in the electric circuit. Our next point is, why does electric circuit need resistance? Now, this question often comes in your mind, why do we need electric resistance in a circuit? See, if you take a short length wire and connect between the two ends of a battery, then it produces a lot of damage to a battery as well as to the wire, because both may get hot. If we do not use electric resistor in a circuit, then a large amount of current flows through a circuit which produces short circuit. And we know that short circuit is very dangerous with a circuit with high voltage power source, and therefore it is necessary to use electric resistance in a circuit. Electric resistance is not only used to control the amount of current in a circuit but also used in many electrical appliances. The examples are electric geyser, electric heater, toaster, electric oven. All these appliances work on the principle of electric resistance. When electric current flows through a resistance, it produces a heat, okay. All these appliances convert electric power into heat, which are used for different purposes. Our next point is factors affecting resistance. There are 4 factors on which resistance of a conductor depend, or resistance of a wire depend. First is length of a wire, second area of cross section, nature of a wire and temperature. Let's study how does resistance of wire varies with length. To understand this, we'll consider 2 wires of same area of cross section but different lengths. So here we have 2 wires of same area of cross section but different length. Let R1 and L1 be the resistance and length of first wire, and R2 and L2 be the resistance and length of second wire. Then resistance of a wire is directly proportional to its length. It means if length increases, resistance also increases. Now as the length of second wire is greater than first wire, therefore the resistance R2 is greater than R1. So R2 is directly proportional to L2, and as L2 is greater than L1, Therefore, we can write R2 is greater than R1 because resistance increases with the increase in length. This you can write R1 by L1 is equals to constant. Because if you remove the proportionality sign, then you have to add a constant and then you will get R1 divided by L1 is equals to constant. Similarly, for second wire, you can write R2 by L2 is equals to constant. If you combine these two terms, you will get R1 by L1 is equals to R2 by L2. This implies R1 by R2 is equals to L1 by L2. Cross multiply, okay, L1 by L2. This formula we are going to use when we solve numericals on resistance of a wire. When any three quantities will be given and you have to find the fourth quantity. Now we understood that resistance of a wire increases with the increase in length of a wire. But why does resistance increases with the increase in length? Let's understand. See, the motion of electrons through a conductor is similar to the obstacle race. Okay, we can treat the motion of electrons through the conductor as obstacle race because along with the electrons, atoms are also present inside the conductor. So when electrons move through this conductor, it collides with atoms. These electrons collide with atoms, which gives rise to resistance. And if the length of a wire is more, it means that more number of collision. So we can treat the motion of electrons through the conductor as an obstacle race in which these atoms are obstacle. If length of the wire increases, the number of collision which these electrons have with the atoms also increases, and hence resistance of a wire increases with the increase in length of a wire. Understood? Because the length is more, collisions are more. Okay, and therefore resistance also increases because resistance is due to the collision between electrons and atoms. Now second is effect of area of cross section on resistance of wire. To understand this, consider two wires of same length but different area of cross section. So here we have two wires of same length but different area of cross section. See, when we study the effect of one quantity, the other should be constant. Means in this case, the area of cross section is constant for both the wire, and in second case, the length is same. Again, let R1 and A1 be resistance and area of cross section for the first wire, and R2 and A2 with the resistance and area of cross section of second wire. Then R1 is inversely proportional to the area of cross section. It means resistance of a wire decreases with the increase in area of cross section. Similarly, for second wire also R2 is inversely proportional to A2. Now you can see in second wire the area of cross section is greater, therefore resistance will be less. So you can write here R1 is greater than R2. In this case R2 is greater than R1, but in second case R1 is greater than R2 because it has less area of cross section, second wire has more area of cross section. This you can write R1 A1 is equals to constant and R2 A2 is equals to constant. If you combine this, you can write R1 A1 is equals to R2 A2. This implies R1 A1 is equals to R1 R2 is equals to A2 A1. Okay. Now why the resistance decreases with the increase in area of cross section? Because as the area of cross section increases, more area is available for the electrons to flow from one terminal to another terminal, and therefore the resistance of a wire decreases. Number of electrons increases means current increases. As the current increases, resistance decreases. resistance of a wire also depends on the nature of conductor. Okay, third factor is nature of a wire. Nature of wire means a material of which the wire is made of. Okay, if you take silver, then the resistance of silver is less than copper. Okay, and the resistance of copper is less than aluminum. So this is called as a specific resistance. Okay, means the resistance of particular material. This is called as specific resistance. Silver is the best conductor of electricity. Okay, why? Because it offers less resistance for the flow of current. Different metal offers different resistance for the flow of electric current because the number of electrons per unit volume is different for different metals, and therefore resistance of silver is less than copper and the resistance of copper is less than aluminum, and hence we say that silver is the best conductor of electricity. But we do not use silver wire because silver is more expensive than copper and aluminum. Fourth factor on which resistance of a conductor depend is temperature. Resistance of a wire also depends on temperature. Okay, so it is directly proportional to the temperature. It means if the temperature increases, resistance also increases, because as the temperature increases, the average kinetic energy of the molecules of a conductor increases, and therefore the number of collision also increases. As the number of collision increases, the resistance also increases, because then the amount of current flowing through the conductor will be less, and hence the resistance of a conductor increases with the increase in temperature. So if you like this video, please do subscribe and share with your friends. Thanks for watching.